All right, Jason here from Septic Tank TV. So, in today's live broadcast, I'm going to discuss the question: how will the new septic tank rules affect you? How will they affect me? So, let's get straight into this. And so, when are the new rules for septic tanks coming into force? Well, they're coming into force on. All right, good job, I got my board rubber there. They're coming into force on the 1st of January 2020. Okay, so that's when they're all coming into force. Can you see that on there? All right, so what do I mean by the 1st of January 2020? Well, as you probably know by now, or probably maybe you don't know by now, on the 1st of January 2020, the government will be sending round inspectors, right? So let me put this. So if I put septic tank inspectors, right? So septic tank inspectors will start visiting the house or the home of every single septic tank owner in the country. Yeah, I know it's nuts. It really is nuts. But that's what's starting after the 1st of January 2020. So basically, they're going to go around everyone's single house, every person's house, and they're going to have a look at, ask you for information about your septic tank. And then based on that information, they'll then do a site inspection. So why are the government introducing all these new site inspections for septic tanks? Well, because they want to try and stop pollution. See, on a sewage point of view, probably 3/4 of the country are actually connected to the mains drainage. So that leaves 1/4 of the population whose sewage just goes into the soil. Much of it goes into rivers and streams and brooks and ditches, etc. So basically, they just want to clean this, area up of off mains sewage. All right. So basically, all the rules and regulations have now changed. So after the 1st of January 2020, the council or the government will send around inspectors to come and inspect your septic tank. And so this is how it works. They'll come round to your house. And so if I just put the order in here, so the first thing that they'll want is information, right? Information about your septic tank. They want to know the capacity of it. They want to know what it's made from. They'll want to know how long ago you installed it. They'll want to know, has it ever been maintained? Has it ever been serviced? Has it ever been repaired? Where's it located? So they'll ask you loads and loads of questions like these. Okay, so that's number one. Now, based on that information, all right, 9 times out of 10, they will then do an inspection. Now, the inspection will cost you about 450 quid. All right, and so they'll send around some approved contractors, and they'll come round and they will inspect your septic tank. Now, this inspection is called retrospective planning approval. Now, this is not the same, right? This is not the same as planning permission. Doesn't matter whether you've had tons of planning permission, it's irrelevant, right? Retrospective planning approval basically means that everyone who's had a septic tank installed prior to 2015 will have to have a septic tank inspection. So they'll inspect your tank. Now, if it's leaking, if it smells, if it's discharging into a watercourse or a ditch or a stream, if it's got cracks in it, if it's tired, if it's worn for 1,000,001 reasons, right? There's only 2 outcomes from the septic tank inspection, right? First one is that your septic tank will pass, all right? And that's a good outcome. However, many septic tanks will fail. And it's been estimated that 60 to 70% of all septic tanks inspected will fail. Now, the reason I've actually made this live broadcast isn't to scare you, isn't to worry you, because I've got some really good news that I want to share with you that will help you help your septic tank to pass, right? That's the whole reason I've done this live broadcast. All right, so let's say, right, your septic tank fails. Okay, so if you're one of the 30% whose septic tank passes, brilliant. All well and good, no problem there. But let's say you're one of the 60 to 70% of those people whose fails. What are your options? Okay, well, let me show you what your options are. All right, let me show you your options. Okay, and you know, pretty much there's only two options, right? Option one, option two. Right, can you still see that on the board there? Yeah, okay. So option number one, right? You could relocate your septic tank. So why would you want to relocate your septic tank? Well, let's say it's close to a ditch or a river or a stream, or it's close to a watercourse and it's too near and the government inspectors are unhappy with that. That's fine. You've got to relocate it somewhere. Maybe you've got, like, I don't know, 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres, and you can just, you know, decommission the existing septic tank and put a new septic tank and soak away somewhere else on your property. All well and good. So what will that cost you? Well, typically that's going to cost you about anywhere from, say, 6 to 9,000 quid plus. Okay, being conservative saying that. So that's option number one. So if you want to wait until the government inspectors come round and that's the route you want to go down, then that's fine. And many people do. All right, so that's option number one. How much room have I got on the board here? All right, here's option number two. Option number two, you could replace your septic tank with a biodigester. You know, you've probably seen them, those electric biodigesters that treat the sewage. So a biodigester. All right, so you could do that. And that is one of the more popular options. I suppose maybe 30, 40% of people will go for that. They'll put an electric biodigester in, because what they do is that they treat all the sewage. So you see, with a basic septic tank, raw sewage comes into it, raw sewage goes out into your soakaway, and as the raw sewage makes its way through the soakaway into the soil then treats it. Even if you've got an aerator in your septic tank, it doesn't clean the sewage. Some people think it does for some reason. So that's option number one. Number two, your raw sewage goes into the biodigester and it comes out as clean liquid. So that seems, you know, quite a logical thing to do, isn't it? And a biodigester will cost you anywhere from 10 to 15,000 pounds. All right, it's as simple as that. All right, but many people figure that, blimey, you know, my house is worth £500,000, £1 million, whatever it is. You know, what's 10, 15,000 quid on putting a biodigester in? You know, so both, if the government inspectors are au fait with either of those options, there you go. All right, so those are your two options, right? But there's one more option that I'd like you to consider, please, which is why I've made this live broadcast. It's probably something that you don't know about. Maybe it's something you've never considered. But I think it's an amazing option because it'll save you 10, 12, 15,000 quid, right? And this is option three. So it's called a septic tank converter. Now, probably wondering, what? Basically, it means you can leave your existing septic tank, and even if the government inspectors come round and they're like, "Oh, we don't like your septic tank, we don't like this, we don't like that," doesn't matter, right? This septic tank converter will convert, right? Convert. So let me put here. So let me put this. In fact, let me put it makes your septic tank 100% legal, right? So the name, there's a few septic tank converters out there. Personally, I like one called the Ecosystem because it's a non-electric system. Can you see that on there? Yeah, we got that. It's a non-electric system, right? And basically, whatever this condition within reason of your septic tank, it'll basically make your septic tank 100% legal. Government inspectors love them because they're government approved. So let me just show you, right? Let me just show you how, right? Let me just show you how they basically work. So obviously you've got a septic tank in your house. So let me just show you this here. So let's say that's your septic tank, right? Okay. So let's say that's your septic tank. So they look something like this, all right, just for argument's sake, okay? So this is your septic tank in the ground. This is the one that the government inspector has come to inspect, all right? All right, so that's your septic tank there. So, and here we go. Oh, just dropping all the pens and stuff out. Forgive me for a minute. At least you can tell this is live, right? So, okay, so this is your septic tank. So there you go. It's full up with sewage there. So look, sewage, waste, water. All right, so that's the septic tank you've got in at the moment. You're not sure whether it'll pass. You're not sure whether it'll fail. Maybe you've had a site inspection and it has failed, and you've got one of those other two options to go for, right? So normally, as I said, you'd have to relocate your septic tank somewhere else or replace it with a biodigester. This is what a septic tank converter does. On the out, this is called the inlet here. This is called the inlet pipe. And this is called the outlet. Every septic tank has an inlet and an outlet on it. Now, these septic tank converters, they're very small units. They're about a metre and a half, just over a metre and a half deep, metre and a half wide, just over 3 foot in width, 1.5 in length, and about just over 1.5 deep. And what they do, you just get your builder, the government have made them just for your build for the DIY market. So your builder can put them in, right? And all that you do, you dig a little hole next to your septic tank there, and you put this converter in. There you go. It's as simple as that. It takes them about 2 hours to do, right? And basically how it works is this. So, I'm just dropping my pens again. Sorry about that. So, all right. So basically all the wastewater from your septic tank will then go into this converter, right? Goes into this converter. And then what happens is the sewage wastewater is then treated by, if I put here, look, septic tank converter. There you go. It's treated. So if I put septic tank here, you can see exactly what's going on. So all the sewage leaves your existing septic tank. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to alter it. You don't have to do anything to it. All the sewage waste leaves that. It goes through your septic tank converter. It's treated into clean. It's turned into clean water. So these are government-approved systems, right? Government-approved systems. The government is the head over the councils, as you know. So these government-approved systems that are certified, the councils love them, right? So your sewage is turned into clean water, which can then go straight into the soil, or it can go into a water course, right? Such as, can you see that on there? Oh, yep, you can still see that on there. Goes into the water course. And so let me tell you the price of these systems, which is why I've given you this option today, right? All right, so let me just put the three options. So number one, the biodigester that we talked about before. We had the relocation, relocate, and then here we've got the septic tank converter, right? There we go, look at that. Can you see all that on there? Yeah, you can see all that on there. So a biodigester, as we said, will cost you anywhere minimum of 10 to 15,000 quid, right? To relocate will cost you anywhere from £6,000 to £9,000. But the septic tank converters, and this is the beauty why I love them so much, right, are like $2,999. And so for me, right, can you see that on there? Okay. And so for me, right, saving a minimum of 12,000 quid by putting a system in that just takes an hour or two to do, right? And, right, get this, this is the whole point of this. Now, the whole point of showing you this is because the septic tank converter will make your septic tank 100% legal. And so legal, oh, I can't even spell today, look at that. So it means you'll get a pass from the government and from the council. So you can either put that in before they come and do their inspection, then they'll come and do their inspection. You'll show them you've got a government approved septic tank converter in, and they'll be like, wow, you know, responsible septic tank owner. All right. So let me just tell you, this one I like, as I said, the ecosystem septic tank converter, because they're not electric. Tank converter, they're not electric, so that means they can't break down, there's no moving parts in them, there's no cogs or bearings or motors or shafts or stuff like that. So that's what I like. I'm just telling you what I like. You can put what you want in, but I'm just giving you a tip for the day if you want, right? So ecosystem septic tank converter, they're 100% legal. The councils love them. So if you want to pass, if you want your septic tank to pass the government inspections that we're going to start after the 1st of Jan 2020, then go and do some research and have a look at the ecosystem septic tank converter. So there you go. That's my tip for the day. If you want to see more helpful videos like this one, then all you need to do is go on the internet, onto Google, onto Bing, and just type in septic tank TV. And you'll see loads more videos like this, and you'll see loads more free tips like this. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching this live broadcast. I'll be back again soon. You take care, and thanks for watching.